Hi, dear fastmatic friends. Today I'm finishing with algebraic division. Remember, we have three cases. First of all, monomial by monomial, polynomial by monomial, and polynomial by polynomial. That is our video of today. Well, first of all, we have to remember that if we are going to divide, we must count the terms of the exercise. So, if I am going to divide x cubed minus y cubed by x minus y, I count one term separated by a negative sign of another term, and here one term separated by a negative sign of another term. Remember, when you have two terms or plus, you are talking about a polynomial. Also here, one term, another term, so another polynomial. And if you have if you have a polynomial divided by a polynomial, it is very important to consider that you have to make a long division. Let's go. So first of all, we're going to put the first polynomial into this symbol to make a long operation. X cubed. But after that, I should put the x squared, because I don't have an x squared, I put a 0. And after that, the x, but I don't have an x, so I put a 0 also. And finally, the negative y cubed. I should make the same outside of this small house, but here I don't need to put zeros because it is x and it is y directly to the power of 1. But why I am putting this thing like it is written? Well, first of all, I must tell you that normally if you have x cubed, after that you should put x squared y, and after that x y squared, and after that y cubed. It is like that in algebra. To the third power, to the second power, to the first power, and the y to the 0 power, y to the first power, to the second power, to the third power. It is important to follow this order and to leave the blanks to follow an order. It is very, very important. So what happens when you are dividing like this? 9 divided by 4. You see that it is 2. And after that you multiply 2 times 4, 8. But then you subtract, and the answer is 1. Normally you don't write this line, but here you have 1. In this kind of division you will do the same. So here we are going to do the same. We divide the first term by the first term. X cubed divided by x. If you don't remember, you can make it like that. And if you subtract the exponents, you get x squared. So you put your x squared there. After that you multiply. As here, you multiply. x squared times x cubed, but I change the sign because I'm going to subtract after that. Then x squared times minus y, positive times negative, negative, but I'm going to subtract. I change the sign. X squared times y, x squared y. That's why I have put a 0 there to follow an order. Otherwise, this term would be below this term, and after that I don't know what to do. Then I subtract and I get 0, I don't write it, and x squared y. I bring down then the other terms and I restart this division as always. The first term divided by the first term, I put the answer there, I multiply, I subtract, always the same. But when must I finish? If this exponent is smaller than this exponent, I stop. Okay? So, this term divided by this term, positive divided by positive, positive. X squared y divided by x equals x squared divided by x, x, and y, I leave it like that, so xy. After that I multiply xy times x, positive times positive, positive. Xy times x, x squared y, but I change the sign because I'm going to subtract. After that, positive times negative, negative. But I will change the sign because I am going to subtract. Xy times y, xy squared. And then I subtract. So, x squared y minus x squared y, 0. I don't write it. 0 plus xy squared. I write it. And then I bring down the negative y cubed. I can see that here I have a 1 as exponent and here also a 1. I can follow. If this exponent, I repeat, if this exponent is smaller than this exponent, I stop. I have finished. So the first term divided by the first term, and I put that here. Positive divided by positive, positive. Xy squared divided by x. If you can't do that in your mind, you write it and you get y squared because you eliminate as elimination, but you are dividing the same by the same. It is 1 and 1 times y squared is y squared. That's why we write only y squared. So y squared is going to be multiplied by x and by y. Positive times positive, positive, but you are going to subtract, so you change to negative. Y squared times x, xy squared. Positive times negative, negative, but you are going to subtract, you change the sign. Y squared times y, y cubed. Finally, we can see that xy squared minus xy squared is 0, minus y cubed plus y cubed is 0. We have finished. The quotient is the answer. But what happens if here, for instance, you get x? It is not real, but imagine you have here x. How to write the answer? Here, when you divide 9 by 4, you can write it as 1 whole number and 5 over. So, how to write this answer? Well, when you divide 9 by 4, you write 2 whole numbers and 1 over 4. You could say 2 plus 1 over 4. The same here. If you have x here, you could write the answer as the quotient plus, here the quotient plus this value over the divisor. And that's it. I'm going to erase it because it is not the answer of this division. But you have to see that if you have something here, the answer will be written like that. And this is our division of a polynomial by a polynomial. Thank you very much. See you next time.